switch. That switch turns on. All right. Impromptu one today, and we'll be outside the bounds of some of the stuff that I normally work with, although we did play with some of this Minecraft stuff back on the stream a while back, and ultimately we are aiming for a place that kind of has a CircuitPython tie-in, although not quite as directly as last time around. But anyway, to get started with the kind of grand idea, right now we need to be able to have a Minecraft server running, and we need to be able to have the Minecraft client and connect and be able to like after we get Minecraft set up, the next step is getting a mod set up so that we can run some code inside Minecraft, and then like close this so it's not using any resources. After this, we can kind of start working towards the actual goal, which is an idea that somebody else in the Discord had, related to like kind of using Minecraft as a way to teach people about kind of some concepts with CircuitPython, or some concepts with Blinka, depending on how you think about it, in a way that doesn't require hardware. Kind of like replace the hardware of a circuit with kind of a virtual circuit inside Minecraft, and then you can still teach some of the fundamentals. But obviously, we have a lot of stuff to do before we can even approach that. I don't even have Minecraft installed. So how do you install Minecraft these days? I think probably a bunch of ways. One thing I want to do is see if I documented this before. That would be pretty convenient, but I don't know if I did. I don't know what this shows. Let me pull this over here. Okay, how to install Minecraft Spigot server. I do have this, okay. Okay, so partially we'll go through this, because I need to get Spigot server. You can't hear me. Anybody watching me stream right now can't hear me in this video, but this is me talking about how to set this up the last time I did it. You can, of course, hear me if you go to this video, but speed me up. Oh, there's setup in here too. Okay, let me look that up. Let me pull that up. I didn't, so it's been a minute since I touched this. Thank you to Past Tim, I should say. Hug report goes out to Past Tim for documenting this project more than he does most, which is pretty helpful for current Tim. Analyze, let's say Minecraft. Oops. Okay, need to get Spigot server. Need to get Minecraft client from somewhere, but this doesn't talk about the Minecraft client. Okay. Oh, wait, that's its server. That server, didn't it? Oh, Minecraft and server. Edition server. Bedrock dedicated server. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know you could run a server for Bedrock. Is that mobile? Deb file. So you can install that with just is it a capital M? // otherwise it will try to install from apt repository or whatever. Okay. Easy enough. So we're not done yet. I'm gonna have to log into this at some point. Craft login. For those interested in more, I guess, traditional for this channel, CircuitPython, directly CircuitPython related stuff, I'll be around for deep dive later today. And then, of course, tomorrow morning, I'll be around for the normal time. Where I can actually. Whoa. A lot going on there for a loading thingy, but okay. To Minecraft. Microsoft account. The end of migrating from Mojang accounts to Microsoft accounts has passed. Uh-oh. I mean, I logged in and got all this working like about a year ago. If not less, maybe, but just not on this computer. So I think hopefully we'll be able to log in. Oh yeah, it's extra. This is extra convoluted. My Minecraft account or whatever it is at this point is extra convoluted because it actually started as not even. That's definitely not going to work. I don't think. Maybe this? It started as not even a Minecraft account. Mojang, before they were owned by Microsoft, at one point made another game. And that other game was actually the first thing I got from Mojang. It was the first time when I made the account. And then ultimately that turned into a Minecraft account because the other game went away. Welcome to Xbox? Excuse me? I think you're lost a little bit, Minecraft. We are not on an Xbox, but that's cool, I guess. Okay, wow, there's a lot going on here too since the last time I saw this. Minecraft Java Edition. Let's start with the basics. Big green button, nice and easy. What is that? Got leaves on its back or something. A lot going on here. Like an enchanter's room or something? What happened to the download? I was zooming along there for a minute. The point, I don't know, does it interrupt it if I go over here? Tempted to start clicking around. Kind of impatient, but it's below this thing, right? But this is also outside this thing, so I don't know. Minecraft Live. What does that mean? Whoa, what is that? Server list. What is this? Does this represent something? That's interesting. It's supposed to look like a server? Oh, hey. You have unclogged the download pipes here. Okay. A little better. We could be doing the spigot stuff in the background, maybe? That's pretty cool, though. Down with that. Just make sure we actually like get into a game and don't crash and can move around and stuff. And then we'll back out and try to get the spigot server set up. Oh, right. Okay, so one thing I definitely have to do, if I'm gonna do anything actually inside the Minecraft world, is make jump be backspace, not space. Okay, seems fine. Can punch stuff. Can punch trees, break into wood just as they ought to. Okay. Seems good. Okay, that part was easy. Oh, I closed out the launcher too, I guess. Oh wait, did it? Yeah, no, okay, that's the browser back there. I closed that too. So the next we need to this basically, and then we'll need to match our version here with server, although this does say 122. 20.2. I don't have any idea what I would have been using back then. I suppose we could watch the video. Build tools. Right. The server. You have to build the server. Okay. Java dash version. I mean, I definitely have some Javas, but this is going to be fine for what we need. I guess we'll find out. Oh, that looks similar, although I do have 19 instead of 11. Okay. Past Tim says we need at least Java 17. We have Java 19, so that's nice. $119, 1 and 2, so it's a medium number jump. From the last time I did this, I mean. I have no idea what happened with 1.20. Downloading. In order to get it, run the latest build tools with the required arguments. Make sure. Some of this is coming back to me. We do need to download. We go here. Okay, this just downloads. This is so weird to me that it's like that this is like the place where you download it from. I don't know if there's a different page somewhere with like a nice shiny button or something, but this feels odd that it's like a pinned message in a form and it's like a this link in the 4th or 5th paragraph down, just kind of in here. Maybe somewhere else. We may be just looking at a different place for it. Or it may just be how they want to do it, right? There's nothing wrong with that either. We got that, so we can make, let's make a place for it, I guess. Let's go here. Server workspace. I'm gonna do Spigot server workspace first, and then we'll, if we end up with multiple builds or anything, we can kind of keep inside of here. So just build tools. Yeah, I wish there would be a version in this. That would be kind of convenient. Oops, I totally just copied that to the wrong place. Okay, let's go move that one from here to here is what I actually meant. Interesting, that makes us realize we're in a Java thing here. Back to past Tim. What do we say here? Is there... Okay, have to have Git installed. Luckily, I use Git for one or two other things. Java. Uh-oh. A command. You need to find this page. Not actually see where past Tim clicked in order to... SQLite. Interesting. I didn't know there's a database inside there. Or like a SQLite database, I mean. Tools wiki. Yeah, this is it. Running build tools. Versions latest. Last time scrolled to a Linux section, but here we just have this kind of thing going here. Is there actually Linux, or do we just... it got reorganized? Maybe it's now the same? Linux. Oh, that was prerequisites, maybe. Okay. Okay. Oh, here we even have... Ooh, I don't know about that. I don't really want to do that. I don't think. I mean, first of all, I don't fully understand it, so I definitely don't want to do it. Basically, I want to keep my Git settings however they are, though. However they are now, I like. It's auto CRLF. Why would we need that? It's gonna do something with it, I guess. Asked him say anything about this? But actually the command. It does say to do it here. Seems like past him skipped that step, which I'm inclined to do as well. And current Tim has the correct Java, well, not correct, but has a new enough Java just linked to Java by itself, so current Tim doesn't have to worry about that weird path, which is convenient. Should be able to just do this. Give it some room to breathe here. Getting some cloning of bucket, craft bucket. You gotta get your bucket and then attach a spigot on the side, I guess, probably. Minecraft server, that downloaded the actual Minecraft server too. I guess this is how this works. I don't really know that much about how, oh wow, decompiling, a lot of stuff there, huh? I don't really know that much about how these servers work. I guess it's downloading the official server and then presumably we're doing some decompiling here and then it's gonna build it back up again with its own API added onto it. Like computers can do stuff fast. Seems like a lot of stuff. Very fast though. Might make a coffee. I think I'm gonna run and make another coffee. I'll be back. Ouch. Okay. Okay. My apologies. That took a minute. I had to wait for the water to heat up. Let's see. Success. Everything computed successfully. Copying the final jars now. Copying Spigot server workplace dot spigot. So we got a lot of new stuff. We got a Spigot jar. We need to do the version. We need to do the license thing or whatever. There's a file we have to edit that's like clicking I agree essentially. Yeah. Past him is looking for the start script. Whereas we haven't tried Control F yet. I mean, I should have linked to it in my markdown file after I had trouble finding it. Did I do that? That would have been correct response. Install and get running. Running, create a start script. You have to just make, oh, did link to it, nice. See, we might as well hit the page because this could have changed in the interim, although it does look the same to me. Why we're making virtual MBR. A bit over my head or into the weeds, but I've been seeing this person 80cc, I believe it is. This is this way now. 80cc has been working on something that saves a little bit of space on some of the smallest devices. tinkering with like kind of the low level yes, configuration of the format of the drive formatting, storage formatting. Yeah. And make a start script, I guess probably just in the same directory. Use a regular editor, just touch start. No, is it G? I don't know if that's actually what. Okay. Last time I would have probably done special Java, but I don't need to. Let's just say spigot jar though, which we don't actually have. We have. Assume we need to. We need to do that. Either, I mean, we either need to do that or we need to change the file to match. I'd rather have the start script be explicit. I wonder what the GUI does. Hopefully that's saved. Terminal exit. Not create the Java virtual machine. We didn't fill these in. These need to have numbers. Like this one is 1G, but these ones are hashtag G. We'll read instructions a little bit. It's not actually say, it just has these. What did I say in this file? Actually, just copy them with that. Oh. Why not put that in here? I'm gonna update that. How's it going, Johnny, by the way, if you are here and watching. That's what you were put in the chat there. I actually didn't have the Discord open for a little while, but now I've got it. I don't know exactly what that number does. You could go look up the flags, I guess. I'm inclined to just go with, nice. How's it going, Johnny? Hope you're having a nice day. Let's see. I think I'm inclined to just go with whatever we did last time. I assume that's 2 gigs of RAM for some usage, but we're getting farther this time. One of these times, yeah, I was going to say, one of these times it's going to fail because we got to do this. Coding in C++. Coding in C++. Okay. Let's check it out. What's Johnny working on today? Or 2 buffers defined as char buffer, not char buffer. Yikes. Nice. Okay, so we save this, so we should be able to run. Fingers crossed. Yeah, all of it's pretty much Greek to me. Effectively, CircuitPython is about as close to C++ as I tend to venture. Elapsed. Preparing spawn. Okay, looks like it's starting up a server. How do we know how to find it? Just localhost? Can you just localhost it? I love all the different formatting people use in C++. No best practices they agree on at all. Yikes. Yeah, that definitely sounds pretty scary. Especially in something like C++, where I imagine there's so many ways to do so many things, and lots of them are not necessarily safe all the time. Online play is offered by third-party servers not owned or operated or supervised by Mojang Studios or Microsoft. During online play, you may be exposed to unmoderated chat messages or other types of user-generated content that may not be suitable for everyone. That seems fair. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to choose the default port. We'd probably go find. Oh, nice. We could. I was going to say we could probably go find the video of past him to see how he joined, but nice. Okay, we're in. One thing we want to do over here is go like this because it didn't work. No command type help for help. Did I say anything about this in this one? Basically, we want to make ourselves kind of like admin. Seems like that works differently then. Guess. It says, well, okay, that doesn't work either. But not like our slash, maybe? Do we just do it by itself? Maybe the slash is like implicit, so maybe we just need op. Did I say anything about that? From a guy server operator. From a guy server operator, which means we can do stuff like. First thing we're going to do is turn the. What kind of voice and speech is going on in this game? Craft wooden planks. We're good on that for now. I guess that's not in here. What I'm looking for, which is like, I want to go to creative mode. Game mode. Unknown command. Did I do this slash? Maybe that didn't work. I guess, okay, I didn't do tab. Apparently you need, okay, so now we can fly, which is also helpful. Nice horse and a, pet? No. Oh, oh, we're riding it. Wow, I don't even have a, oh, no, it knocked me off. Okay, fair enough. I don't know how the horses go. I don't know that I ever got a horse in Minecraft. Okay. We'll enter this thing and then we're, new recipe. Oh, you just have to touch water to get a boat, huh? Okay. Okay, server's running, we're in. Mod, kind of like mod hello world is next. Try new project. I thought there used to be one in here. Maybe you got to install something for that. Generators. How do you get more generators? This part of the process I don't think I recorded last time. Although once we get it ironed out, I should do it this time. It might be in a stream somewhere, but that's kind of unhelpful. And I'm not positive that it's there, so it's not necessarily worth the time to go back and try to find. IntelliJ project generators plus Minecraft spigot plugin. Awfully specific. A blank. Okay, well that's pretty much what we want. Starting the project. Groovy. Get a new project. I have a very old Java version here. It might just be an old thing though. Spigot plugin. They're actually just like going straight up from scratch here. I could have swore there was like. I could have swore I didn't start from scratch last time. It's be really convenient not to have to do. Page definitely looks convenient. Or I mean helpful, I should say. I could have sworn though that to get plugin. Button. Minecraft development. I think that's what we need. This person's talking about installing all kinds of other stuff. Where's plugins? I don't even know how to do plugins. I don't usually do plugins in this. Plugins? I mean, one thing that's pretty good is if you just do like double shift and type what you want, you can usually get to there, which works out. So yeah. Minecraft development, 1.1 million install, accept, restart. Okay, now maybe we have new project. Bam, Minecraft. Although I will say in that video they had a lot of other choices, right? Some of this is over here though. Okay, plugin. Uh-oh. Spigot's not there. Spigot different than bucket? Oh! Spigot is within bucket, but now there's paper. You know, paper and sponge, bucket, spigot, obviously, you know, different Minecraft servers. Everybody knows that, just based off the name, as you can tell. We can go a different spot, I think, than this. Let's go. I mean, we don't I could put it in that server working directory. That's not really the right spot for it, though. We want mine here. We're going to go, new project is called Minecraft plugin Hello World. Then this is going to create a new thing like that, which is what we want. Plugin, bucket, spigot, 122. Yep, sure. We'll leave all of that stuff alone. It's already set to Maven. Stuff down here that I can no longer see. Build system properties. I don't actually get to see that. Hopefully there's nothing important in there. Oh, hey, we clicked OK and now we can see it. 17. Well, I wish I could actually see, like, is there more there? I mean, it feels like there could be more there, but it doesn't let me. I mean, it says recommended. You know, I don't know. What happens if we just try it? Group ID. Is that a package name? This fails, we'll go back and try to figure out how to get Java 17. That was actually the exact version that Past Tim was using, so maybe there's something magic with that one. Idea project files moved. Okay. I don't really know Maven projects very well anyway, so I don't exactly know what it's talking about or what to look for or how to do anything about it. On enable, plugin startup logic. So I guess like super duper hello world would be just try to like print hello world here and then go try to find it wherever it shows up. I assume somewhere inside of here during the startup of the server. We could try to find a function for like on player joined. Does that exist? Like user on command. So I mean, one thing I was gonna say is like maybe we should just jump a little bit further ahead than the most basic hello world and instead try to do a command like maybe user has a command where they can do slash whatever and then it says hello world back to them. Because ultimately we'll probably want some commands that allow us to interact with the rest of our plugin. Which this project actually has some. I don't know, does my first plugin have? Copy file might be useful. Command check, command test bin. Man, okay, so we basically, here we create a command check. We create a class that implements executor. We implement on command. If sender is a player, then player sender, get their location, get target block exact 5, get location. I wonder what this 5 does. Seems weird, but okay. Yeah, that's good enough. We can grab this stuff. This is called command check. I'm just going to make command hello world. We don't need well, we might eventually need the serial port. Someone on Twitter just told me that star base value are the same to the compiler. Like, I don't know. Yeah, Twitter's good for that sometimes. Basecast. I don't know how I installed this one last time. So the good news, I guess, though, is we have that listed here. Is it in POM? Is that how Maven works? Serial? Looks like it. We will eventually want to use this same thing. Where was that listed? That's in dependencies. Dependencies. Spigot MC. That one there. Ooh, red. Not found. Well, I mean, could you like try to download it, or is that how this works? Nice. Thank you, Maven. Appreciate your ability to read XML files and make stuff work. And hello world, okay. How do we need to, like, besides creating this, we need to register it? Pretty sure. Does it do anything? Maybe that's in here. Okay, so some of this is all to do with other stuff. Not worried about COM ports right now. Not worried about scheduling. So this says incoming commands, but this is talking about commands coming from the serial port, which in the case of this project here was coming from a microcontroller. On play, okay, there is an on player join. I wonder why we didn't find that. Did we implement something different? Listener. How descriptively named? Bucket event listener. Okay, let's try to do that first of all. Implements. Oh wait, but this is the command. You craft hello world. Well, I guess the plugin, I mean the underscores, that's not very typical, is it, right? Probably shouldn't have done that. Probably shouldn't have done that. Alright, well, live and learn. Next time we'll create a new project and I won't put underscores in, I guess, the main name? Main project name? It seems like it derived from that. Everything else? Should we try to change this? Or just leave it? I'm just gonna leave it for now, honestly. Exclude. What? No. Import it. Yeah. Have on player joined. Event handler. Maybe you need that in order for it to be able to find it. Okay, so this code is doing what? It's printing. It's changing its send experience change. It's giving the user a bit of experience, it looks like. It's getting the location and printing it, and then printing after. Event set join message. Welcome to Feather server. Then it's putting a location in it. And it's turning a block to wool. And it's doing something with the torch data. some point in here we got into the redstone torch. A lot of these are implemented in the same file instead of in their own files. I wonder if we should have done that. So we have different commands here. Let's try just doing something basic like this. I'm gonna copy. I thought there was like you had to like register the commands or something. Yeah. This is inside on enable and a world. There we go. Okay, so now we should have a hello world command that uses the command hello world executor. And we should also get this message whenever we join the server. If all this works, but we do need to build. I gotta block out the sun though, so I'll be right back. Okay. This time of year I got sun that comes in like different parts of the day and then bounces off the floor right here into my eye. Okay, so we need to figure out how do you build, but this one of these pages. Actually, or was it this? Creating Maven guide. I should probably watch that. It's only like a minute or two long. Change the build location, adding the dependency, building the Maven plugin. This one actually. I think that's fine. Output file. Last time I created a script to copy it for me. Maybe this is better though. This person's talking about, I think, going to be changing the output of where it's going to build to. And then if we could specify the server, then it's just like in the right spot for us. Okay. Nope, not done yet. I do this one at a time. What did I have on the old one? It was inside Palm, was it? I don't have that. Configuration? Just didn't set it. Can we try a build? How do I make a build? Nice. I don't know where it built to, which is why I guess they set that before, but was this here before? I don't know. Resources, that's not outputs. Shouldn't be. Target. Yeah, I don't know where that built to, but maybe that built. Didn't crash or like give me an error or anything, so. Well, yeah, target's the only generated sources. Class files. Oh, okay, so yeah, I mean I guess that's a jar that's just not jarred, not zipped, put into a jar. Seems like. I think I made a build rule. I think I made a build rule last time. Yeah. I don't remember exactly what or how, but somehow we selected some stuff in this, and that basically told it where it was building last time. But let's see what this person says. If we can just configure it to go to the right spot. Gotcha. Okay, let's get our server. Plugins is inside of here. We can't just copy because that would be easy to be able to just use the bar there. This, and then we'll put hello world.jar. Oops, that's not how you copy from here. It's in POM. Where was that though? It was configuration, but it was, yeah, just configuration inside executions. Executions. They have, oh, configurations. We had create dependency reduced POM. Yeah, okay, fair enough. There's that. So we have output file. Paste that in, put that hello world.jar. Some people do space. Is that a space before and after? Yeah. Looks like multiplication. Yeah, I would have assumed that is multiplication. I don't really read or write C++ though. We're gonna jump the shark a bit, I guess. If I just do build again, does it build? And like go there and exist, and then no. It's weird though, we didn't get like a, usually there's like a run, there's like a, like it tells you it was successful or something. This is talking about running. Build success. A lot of warnings. It says build success though. Okay, hello world. So I think you have to, I don't know, how do you exit? What's the proper way to exit? I mean, Control C is probably going to exit, right? Like shut down, stop, Mojang. Oh, none of these say anything. Stop. Okay, I had stop, and then I second guessed myself. Is it? Okay. It's like, are we going back to like the regular terminal or stay here? Takes it a minute to save. So maybe we just rerun it, and then this time it should have the plugin running. Ooh, except something crashed. Cannot invoke plugin command set executor get command string is null. Get command. Okay, let's stop. So it seems like we got a build. Yeah, you don't say. That is true. I guess I should have read that before, huh? Um, why is it not null? How did we make it not null in this one? Is this the code I want? Yeah. Ooh. That's probably important, huh? Yeah, that looks important. Okay. The IDE is none the wiser. It seems still be scared that could be null. Let's give it a try again. Okay, we got a new one. Run the server. Maybe I should pull this terminal into the IDE instead of out? Or is it nicer to have the server outside? Nope, we still crashed. Still says the same thing. Get command is null. Maybe we should try turning the command off and just doing the join. I mean, does this crash the whole server? Nice. Okay, so the welcome message actually worked. That that's cool. So we did, yeah, we definitely got a successful build. All that stuff is cool. It's just this doesn't, command stuff's not working right. There's something new? I mean, we did jump to Minecraft 120. There could be a change in the API or something. In manager, register events, this. Implements listener. Did I make a new function for that? On player join. Command return false. Hmm. Command string is null. Take out the quote so we don't confuse Google. No such rent file plugins. Plugin.yaml. Commands. Okay. Typo? Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Ah, should have stopped the server. I wonder if we can make that save go any faster. Maybe I can limit the world to be smaller temporarily, like if I could exist in like a 100 by 100 world or something, so it just doesn't have very much. Get our own little matrix white room for testing. All right. I wonder what can we not? How do I? It would be nice if I could get it to where build success was visible without scrolling. For more or less details, use Maven plugin validation property with one of these values: brief, default, verbose. Don't know which one we have. I guess brief would be the sane default, I think. I mean, there is a default though, I guess. I guess you can't disable it entirely. Plugin validation. I don't know. Anyway, seems like it was successful. Let's restart. I wonder if I could, like, I have no idea how build configurations work. I wonder if there's a way to make a build configuration that then scans this and checks for a certain line. So maybe I could, like, check for that, and if that is found, then it gives you the green check, basically. I don't see a crash this time. So that's probably good, right? I mean, we definitely just saw crashes in here last time. I don't know if there's anything referencing our plugin. There's so much stuff. I don't really want to just... Oh! Nice. I feel like we're good to go. Okay, got our join message. So now can I do... Nice, it even has tab completion. Ooh. Internal error. We have a crash now? Yeah, there we go. Alright, well, we're getting farther. Boy, I wish this was like... Will this copy out in a better format if I copy it out? This is null right here. What did I try to print? Whatever I printed was null, and then I probably tried to immediately use it. Nice. Seems like I luckily rejoined as we were getting to the action. Nice. How's it going, Tithe? Yep. We are definitely making progress. Yeah, this is way better format. Okay. What do we got here? Snapshot. I mean, it must be null pointer, right? Get target block exact int is null. Yeah. Location. Get target block exact. I mean, to be honest with you, this weird 5 was always kind of strange to me. I don't know what that ever did. I'm not sure how to get like docs in here. There must be probably a way to do that, but okay. So yeah, we got null. Something was null. Then we tried to call get location, and that failed. Can I just print the location though? This is like doing other stuff. Well, I'll tell you what. I've been using Kotlin, not Java, and I'm very used to not system.out. Not having to do that. Block.getBlock. .getBlock data. And can I just lock straight up? And then maybe like... I mean, the block is going to be probably empty or maybe grass. I don't know if it's the block you're on, like standing on, or if it's the block you exist in. Not sure how the API works. Let's try get block. I mean, maybe that's just get block. It's a block. I mean, if it's should have a toString or something, hopefully. Okay, build success. So like I thought maybe there was like a maybe reload. I don't know if this works. I think we went down this road a little bit last time and like sometime it was working and sometimes it was not working, but yeah, see, and it prints some like scary stuff about it. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, what's the worst case scenario, right? We stop it and restart it like we were before. Yeah. Uh-oh. Issued command hello world. Okay, yeah. Okay, location, we got an object there. We got a block there. Okay, cool. Fluid type, no fluid, empty. Snowy, actually, excuse me. Oh, no, not snowy, it's false. My bad. Okay. Okay. We're basically set up. We're basically set up to be where we want. So the idea here was somebody else's idea. This was Micah on Discord. Let me pull it up here. Micah was asking about this. I'll ping them if we make some progress. Just maybe Minecraft. Okay, see if we can find the original idea. Bit of a strange idea. If I were able to write a Minecraft mod that allows CircuitPython to be emulated with blocks in game, would you be allowed to get a board page for it and maintain a fork due to its unusual nature? If there's a port. Anyway, where it lives I'm less interested in, but the idea, the core idea, which I guess did this one spell it out too much? Emulated in blocks. Yeah, the core idea here. This is basically what I'm interested in. This stuck with me when Micah asked it back about a month ago, and it's been discussed a little bit since. There was a little bit further discussion here, and obviously I had the older project with the feather, which is kind of what the angle that I thought about it from. This is the idea that I want to play with, though. I think it would be really neat to kind of be able to write Blinka code. Specifically, digital I/O code is the thing that I think is like lowest hanging fruit and easiest to implement and the kind of like easiest proof of concept. But so like digital I/O code, if you could run a Python script that looks like digital I/O code, but instead of interacting with an actual physical circuit with ground and power and an LED connected or whatever, right? It's instead spawning and despawning redstone torches inside the game. So it would spawn it and it would despawn it based on the value of the digital I/O pin, the digital in-out object, basically. We'd make an object that has a value property, and value property, instead of being tied to a physical pin, is going to be tied to this virtual spot in Minecraft where it's going to spawn and despawn this torch, which is then going to make redstone circuits inside Minecraft turn on and off. And I think that's super neat, and it's in a way it's similar to the feather thing we did back here, but in a way it's also different, because back here I had a real feather I had a physical device plugged into my computer, and I was kind of mirroring the physical device with the virtual one. Whereas in this new idea, there really is no physical device. It's almost like a replacement for a physical device. This is making it so you can have solely just virtual pins, and you can write code that's basically looks like Blinka code and interact with those virtual pins. Hopefully that makes sense. And then if you want, you could have an actual physical device for it like this as well, which not physical, but like you could have the sculpture, you could have the Minecraft blocky, microcontroller like we have here. That's optional. You can do it if you want. But you could also just have the pins. You can spawn them wherever you want. I feel like I missed out not playing with Minecraft, but it was after my time. I mean, I would say the same was true for me. I think Minecraft came after my time, like when I was the target market for the game, but I still played it a little bit because I play a lot of like video games, honestly. Video games are a big part of my kind of like thing to do for entertainment and relaxation and just like, something to do that's not work or completely mindless, depending on the game. And so like I played Minecraft a little bit. I played it on the phone first, actually. Before I ever played it on a computer, I played it on a phone, and then eventually, it was probably even still years later that I played it on the computer. And then once I got to the computer and I found out that mods are written in Java, I was kind of hooked a little bit further because I already knew Java, so it kind of opened up a world where I can write programs that interact with Minecraft, and like writing programs that interact with different things is pretty central to just stuff that I find interesting. So it kind of went in the rabbit hole for a little bit when I first discovered the ability to kind of like make programs that interact with it, and have jumped back in a few times since then from the same angle. Had a quick go at blowing things up once, overwhelming the engine FPS. I saw someone do a Blinky Minecraft setup. Nice, with Arduino. Nice. Yeah, I did the feather with CircuitPython. And then like way back in the day, I played with a different microcontroller, the Esperuino Pico, which was a JavaScript-based thing. Senior dev, I spend more time reading other people's code than coding myself, so the ability to read code is important to me. Yeah, reading is definitely its own kind of skill for sure. Never felt like I missed out on not having played Minecraft, not your type of game. Yeah, that's cool too. Definitely cool too. Thank you so much for explanation story of your interests and experience. Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. What do we want to do next? So I'll recreate this so that we have a name that doesn't have underscores. I'll recreate this. Where do we want to start tackling the rest of the problem from? So let's kind of sketch out the idea a little bit, because I kind of have an idea in my head, but it's only in my head, and like maybe if we start putting it down, we can start either seeing problems or finding like the kind of most logical places to start from. So the first thing I want is actually just digital I/O essentials, kind of like hello world stuff, right? I want basically a Blinky script. That's the first thing. I'm going to store it here. It's obviously not the best place to keep it ultimately, but it's fine for now. The text in here is very small. .25? What a random text size. Okay. So there is going to have to be a little bit of a difference, I think. Because one thing is we don't have board and we don't have pins, right? We don't have a physical device. But one thing we do have in Minecraft is we need a location, a three, I don't know what they call them, vector basically, like XYZ. We need a location of where the virtual pin in the game is at. So we have a choice of like, we either need to have like lock equals whatever, which this makes us deviate from the CircuitPython API, which is not the best, but like we're gonna have to a little bit because just we have a different reality. Another thing that crossed my mind is like, maybe what if we didn't do board? What if we had board equals a dictionary, and then what if we made, you know, I'm gonna do a different pin just so it's clear that this is actually kind of like a pin, right? At D6, and then what if this was a lock, right? And then you could still now pass, well, but you can't dot like that, can you? So this would have to be a class, actually. Class board. I think we're wigging this out by trying to write Python code in here. What's to do a plugin? I guess we could give it the plugin. It still doesn't really like property. I don't know if that succeeded or failed or what, but it still doesn't seem like it understands the concept of a property, which is not boding well for Python adventures. Okay, start putting this in here maybe. Did that wrong, I guess? Self, maybe? Self? Not going to worry about the switch to start with. We'll just do output first, then we'll worry about input after. Just say led.value equals not. Okay, so that, if everything actually works, how I'm imagining is you would run code like this and it would cause your virtual pin inside the game to blink. Your virtual pin inside the game would be located at this location. I do have to run to the restroom though, so I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, you're back. Hug report to my wife for this new shirt that she got me for my birthday. And shout out to Darknet Diaries. Super cool podcast. You are interested in good storytelling and, well, the darker side of the internet is what the tagline says, but just like weird internet software, malware, espionage, all kinds of weird dark internet stuff. But super fascinating stories and really, really, really good storyteller, in my opinion. Where's our blink code? I clicked out of this. Okay, so this is like one way this could work. I think this, I mean, are kind of the pros and cons of doing this like the board like this. So this is weird. I don't know about this for sure. This is kind of nice because then this code can kind of look the same, right? Which that's really, really convenient. And then like in this world, if this exists, you can have this person who writes this code, or more likely this is probably a beginner, right? So this person probably copies this code from a tutorial, and when they then want to make the leap to actual microcontrollers, if they do, they would then need to come in and kind of delete this and do like import board here, which would be the real board, and then from there this would be gone, but then the rest of this code could basically work the same. Missed the name of the podcast. Darknet Diaries is the podcast. It's on, I mean, I find it on YouTube is where I get it usually, but I think it's on all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I will always be happy because I think it's a super fascinating show. And by the way, they have a lot of sweet shirts too. If you just like cool computer related shirts, that's a lot of their shirts caught my eye as well. This is their website though, darknetdiaries.com. I have not listened to the latest one, but I have it queued up. About a lottery, I think in Puerto Rico. I had to slow down. Like when I first discovered it, I was listening to them a lot, and then I got to the point where it's like, if I don't slow down, I'm going to have listened to all of them, and then I'm going to be sad that there's no more to listen to. So I like had to slow myself down and stop listening to them so that I have kind of a catalog that I can still pull from, which is nice. Still don't. I feel like I still have a lot to go through, so it's like kind of okay. I do like this. It can be confusing. Like it gets weird because this person, if they do learn about CircuitPython code through Minecraft, they're gonna learn this concept, this construct of how to set stuff up this way, which isn't gonna carry over at all. But the good news is that the second half of it does. So like, while they will learn this part and they won't use it anymore, they're basically just going to change it to this, and it's way simpler. Yeah. And then like the other thing I guess that's worth questioning is, do we really want to define the XYZ just hard coded in a file? And I mean, maybe yes. I think maybe the answer is yes, but we'll see if there's a different way, because it would be nice not to have to, because this is not going to be nice and pretty like 1 2 3. This is going to be like, you know, Minecraft. Where are we at now? I don't know how to see it. Jesus, it's in here somewhere. XYZ 30.103.67.0 -141.016. It's on the left about halfway down. I would point the mouse at it, but it doesn't work that way. So it is kind of annoying to have to like try to copy paste that, but I don't know how else. I mean, I can't really think of a way that we avoid it. Like, at the end of the day, the plugin, the mod code, needs to know where to spawn and despawn the torch. That location is one of these. Somehow we have to get it in there. We want a command that makes it easy. So like one of the nice things to be able to do is have a command that tells you the block that the player is looking at, or perhaps tells you the block that the player is standing on. We can maybe print that out. Let's try changing the command we have now. So this prints the location, but it's in system.out. Can I print into the chat? Like, how do I send a message in the chat? Some of my old commands do that, I think. So when a player joins, you can do this join message. But at some other times, we want to do something else. Send message? Player.send message. Interesting. There was get block X, so let's say player location is, oops, nope, not those. Player dot, oh, there is a, no, lock dot block X. Oops. I need to stop using end. Okay. Somehow you can get the place the player is looking also. Player dot target, get target block? There is, yeah. Location, target, block, lock. Target block lock is player dot get target block. This is what we had with that int, I think, before, maybe. I have no idea. We just had 5 there. I have no idea what that does. But that's also getting a block, which we would then want to go get location. But that was failing, right? This is what, yeah, see right here, in fact, this is what was failing. Maybe we didn't have a target block? Can the target block be so far away that you don't have one? Let's go one step at a time. Let's try our new location printer first. Run that. Seems successful. Let's try a reload. $29.66, 141. So it truncated, but that's fine. I don't think that matters. In fact, I think that's probably good. And that did seem to work. see, spigot API get target block exact. See if we can figure out what that's supposed to do. Null with material with byte. Yeah. I'm using a real IDE, and that part's not entirely true, and also not a particularly helpful thing to comment. Maybe like if there was a link to the docs, or like any kind of more information about where to look, because this just goes to this, which just says var1, var2, get. This isn't even the same function. I don't even know. Got to the wrong spot. That's interesting. Living entity. Okay. Maybe there's like Spigot API docs. Okay. Player.get target. Nothing exist. Because it was like living entity, right? Living entity. Get target block exact max distance. Oh. Okay. So probably the reason why that crashed before is when I ran it, it was null because I didn't target a block that was within 5 blocks. Therefore, it was null, just like it should be. I assume. So we should catch that, right? So let's get a block. Is it, I don't know if it's just block. Sure, try it. Oh, wait, no, import. Hey, import block. Yes. Yeah, bucket. Block, target block. Target block is player.get target block. We'll just keep with 5, and then we can say, like, if it's not null, then we do something. If it is null, then we just tell them that it's too far away. And then if it's not, we can try to basically do the target player target. Target is not lock, but target block dot get location, which is quite verbose, but it's Java. If you want. Maybe a little bit nicer. So if we have a valid target, then we will print its location, and if we don't, then we will print a helpful message. Can I run reload from in here? Seems like it. Okay. And I'm targeting one right next to me right now. It's hard to see right now because the chat's in front, but this block right here is targeted. Nice. Yeah, which is catty corner from me by 1, right? It's down 1x or up 1x, and it's looking at that, and it's down up 1 the other way too, also on z, but not y because I'm on the same level. If I did this one, then y would be bigger. This one is catty corner in all 3 axes. Nice. Okay, cool. Okay, we can get locations. Oh, let's test it. Let's test it far away. If we don't have a target because it's too far. Target is too far away. Look at a closer block, but it did also error. We need to return. We still have return. Oh, I have this, which then crashed. I think the player location before the target location is probably better also. And then we don't really need to do these either. Like if we're printing inside the game, that's better than into the terminal. There we go. Whoa, what is that? Is that a pig? Is that a bee? I don't think I've ever actually seen a real bee. Whoa. Yeah, one of the things is I have not. Somebody mentioned earlier being like out of the. Wow, there's a lot of them around here. Being out of the Minecraft loop, so to speak. Not having played it. So I did play it, but it was a long time ago, and I have not experienced even probably a quarter of all the stuff that's actually in there these days. In fact, like I legit don't think I've ever seen a bee in person in Minecraft. So our link is, I never did actually get into sketching, but our link, the way that I'm imagining this working is you run Python code that looks like this, and internally, so actually one more bit that we'll have to change is you will need to change where this imports from. We're not going to import from digital IO, but instead it will be like Minecraft digital IO, something like that, right? You'll import these from there, and internally we're going to have to make this class. We're going to have to make all of these, in fact, and this will, when we set the value, we'll override the value property, and it will be sending signals via serial. Start working on that a little bit. I'm going to call this Minecraft virtual. I don't know. We're gonna go with that for now. Maybe just virtual CircuitPython. You can always rename it. From there, we want a Python package that is called. For now, I am just gonna go digital IO. I don't. Would we want an init in here, maybe? So I'm trying to keep it enough to where we could ultimately do more than just digital IO as well, potentially, like analog, maybe? Like Redstone, I think, has analogness to it, resistance, basically. Maybe we could do something like that, but I intend to start with just this kind of proof of concept-y. We probably want init here, though, because we probably want to leave it so that the whole thing is a package for having more. So then inside of here, we're going to have basically imposters of all of these. Don't know that they actually need to do anything. One thing I'm going to do is look inside of Blinka, because we want to basically have the same structure. We're writing Python code, and it's going to have the same structure as what's in here, I believe. It won't have the same details, because like a lot of stuff we won't end up caring about as much. Like we don't care about microcontrollers and pins in the same way. Okay, this actually just has direction. It's just right inside there as an enum. I don't know about drive mode. I haven't seen that before, I don't think. This we basically want to do though, right? Yeah, I think we want this. We want pull actually as well. Basically, these can be the same. These are just enum classes. And then I guess we'll go here for this. I don't know where that imported. Is that Blinka enum or enum enum? I mean, which one would we want to do? Not actually imported at all, is it? Oh, yes. Is this coming from Blinka? We'll just do. So we're not actually going to use Blinka directly. I don't think we want to kind of implement roughly the same-ish looking code, but yeah, that's a little weird, huh? It defines this and it says it wants an enum, but then no, it says it extends an enum, right? And we're unfilled. Hmm. So this has a class digital in out, context managed. I'm actually going to start with a copy of this and we'll be able to take some stuff out. I am gonna put this in its own one over here. We can delete these. Direction and pull could just be inside of a init, as long as that works for importing the same way. So our digital in out, I think it's not gonna extend anything for now. It is not gonna have a pin, but what it is gonna have is, I was gonna say what it is gonna have is a location, but if we are gonna do this little cheaty setup thing here, maybe it's worth still calling it a pin, or should we call it pin location? Maybe we should just keep it as pin, but our pin is a different concept. Our pin is the three tuple of location. Yeah, I think we keep it. Keep underscore pin, keep pin here. We're not going to create a pin. We're not going to create a pin object though. Let's just set it to whatever got passed in. And then by default, this is actually just setting this to input, which we can import. I think that's going to import weirdly, I think, if we just... This is wanting to do like a full... This doesn't seem right, does it? Are we not in here? Ah, that's what I'm looking for. Drive mode. I still don't actually know what that means. Is it just pull, I guess? No, that's a direction is pull. Yeah, direction I know. I don't know what drive mode means. Output. Drive mode is just input output. No, because this has open drain. There's lots of different kinds of these things. I'm gonna go direction input, switch to output. We want to keep that? we're just going to set this to none. Say direction equals output. We say value equals the new value, and then we can just get rid of drive mode, I think, for now. I don't think it's a thing we have in the Minecraft concept world. But if we need to, we'll add it back and set up different ones, but I don't know. Switch to input. This one takes a pull, so we set direction to input, we set pull to pull. Yeah, we can do that. We're not even really going to be using, because we don't have not really going to have the concept of pull up versus pull down. That doesn't really exist in redstone circuits. We just have like is powered or not, basically. It's like, I mean, you can make a NOT gate, I guess, so I suppose you can choose it. I don't know. For now, I'm going to not worry about it, but we'll keep it in so that the interface is the same. dinit just says delete pin, direction, get the direction setter. If the value is output, so this is saying pin and init out, we don't need to do that. Value is false, that's fine, I'm going to leave that. Drive mode we're going to take out. So we just set the direction to output. Now if the new direction, we set it here. Wow, that's a double underscore. Why is it double underscore? Where does this get created? That's weird, isn't it? Why it's double? And I don't think it matters, but so update the actual variable storing the direction, and then if it was output, set it to false. If it was input, set the pull to none, which is fine. We're not really using pull again, but we can do it, I guess. And then we don't change the value this time, though. That's fine. Raised, not a direction. That's fine. Value. Okay, so when we get the value here, we need to do something different. Right now, I'm just going to say return true, but obviously eventually we're going to have to put code here that asks Minecraft for the current value of this pin. So we're going to basically send some message via serial over to the Minecraft mod here, which is going to look up the value of the virtual pin, look up whether there's a redstone torch there or not. Return that to us here, and then our setter will be the opposite. If we're in output and we set the new value, we want to basically update and in my imagination this is happening via the serial basically. So code here will somewhere in here, probably inside of a init, in here we'll open a serial connection. Although we want to have, we may have to pass the serial connection in, so then we would end up altering the API more, but because we want to have multiple pins. We don't want the pin to own the connection, I don't think, unless we can have multiple connections, in which case that's fine. But yeah, if each pin, like, we'll want to be able to make multiple pins, so we may need multiple connections. Or else we're going to have one connection, we're going to have to pass it into the pin and then use that connection rather than creating new ones. So the pull setter, we're basically not, we don't have to worry about any of this, honestly. We're just gonna set it to this, that's fine. And then basically I think everything else is like pass here. I don't think any of this matters, honestly. Let's just get rid of all of this. We're not doing pull right now anyway. Let's just delete all of this, not a pull. There's none else. This is doing, oh, okay, I guess we, maybe we want else, I suppose. I don't know. I don't think any of this actually matters. Pull is none. None. So we will say if you give it an invalid thing, we'll tell you it's invalid, I suppose. That way, at least we're throwing the same exceptions. It's weird. We got another one of these where we, oh, it's pull defined. Yeah, see, it's not defined. Maybe we didn't, did I delete too much or? Let's not actually set those up in there. I don't know. Maybe because it's in here. That's probably it. That's probably it. Should probably put them in init for us because we don't have contexts managed. Maybe that's part of the key for our serial connection, though. Maybe we should be extending a class that gives us access to the serial connection. Just gonna pass there. Sure. Keep that in, but okay. So let me try to get the serial listener inside of Minecraft. Trying to get that set up in this one. Probably about time to start looking in the real one. We have my first plugin, and then we have the one that I created after. Do this stuff though. Okay, but this is different because this is trying to find ETY ACM 0. So one thing is, like, what we're trying to do is kind of fundamentally different in the we don't have a device on the other end. Particularly when the server gets created. Maybe we would want a command for creating opening the connection, basically. Yeah, see, this one actually got commented out here. Have scheduler run. So this allowed it to run every tick or whatever, every so often. Port is null. Yeah, see, here we don't have the setup anymore. That was the wrong. Will be messed up if we open that one because it's like parent directory. Window. Yeah, see, we got rid of this here. We're no longer, yeah, we had start feather down here, and that's where it's opening the port. But we have a bit of a chicken and egg problem in a way, like one side or the other needs to be the one to like kind of initiate or start the connection or be the server or whatever. I don't know if it's actually a server client or if it's just peers or whatever. But the thing is, in the old version of this, in the Feather version of this, the serial port is already open and waiting for us, our plugin code. We just connect to it. But that is not the case anymore because we're not. And the reason why that exists in the Feather case is because the Feather was plugged in, and the Feather does that for us. But we don't have that Feather anymore. We're not communicating with a real physical one. So we either need the Python code, you either need to have already run this code maybe before you run the command inside the game. And then if you do that, then maybe this code can spawn the connection, can initialize the connection to make it so that one of these things is available. One of these ports are now open and listening, and the Python code is on one side of it, and then nothing has joined to the other side yet, but then we run the command in the game, and now the code inside the game connects on the other side. Now they're ready to start talking to each other. Or, like, that's one option, is Python code initiates that port or that channel or whatever it is. The other option is the Java code inside the plugin initiates that port, channel, or whatever it is. The difficulty, though, is I don't actually know how to do that at all because with the physical device, it just works, right? You just plug it in, and CircuitPython does this for you. So it's like, how's it going? Casper Gudem over on the Twitch there, my friend. Thanks for hanging out. I suppose you know how to open a serial port in Python or Java by chance, do you? Ports. So that's the thing, though. A lot of this code, like we're going to find this code that's like how to open a port from Python, but it's going to be like the same thing we had, right? It's going to be like declare TTY ACM whatever and then open it and then talk to it. But that's not what we want. We want to know how to like kind of like host that so that other stuff can then open it. Port serial tools list ports. Audit imports? Hey, I don't know. Maybe we don't want to be using a serial port? Does serial port imply hardware? What if we said like Python create virtual serial port? Serial? I work on Windows class Hermios module. It's very old actually though. Getting the sense maybe serial port is not the right way to go, potentially. Interesting. Yeah. I'm feeling like serial is probably not correct. Already. So this could potentially work if we use this thing, maybe. Serial emulator, which it looks like is basically doing the same thing as this, which would also, it looks like it would work based on what's here. I mean, it's several years old, so who knows, maybe the command could have changed or something slightly. I don't know that much about SOCAT, but the little bit I know makes me think it could probably do this, and it seems easy enough on what the command's doing, kind of echoing back. But I don't think this is what we want, probably. I gotta run to the restroom again, though, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay. Had a thought over it. I think maybe we don't really want a serial connection, but we could maybe just use a socket server. Java socket server example. They're slightly higher level. I don't necessarily want to like write my own higher server stack. It's not really an HTTP server that I'm after. I mean, this would maybe work, but I would love a slightly higher level thing where I can then maybe not have to do quite as much. So I think that it makes the most sense for the plugin to run the server. So what I'm thinking now, like throw out the idea of serial, because it seems like tied to hardware, which we're not. We could emulate it, but it's going to be awkward, I think, no matter what. And ultimately, if we get away from it, I think it's going to be better. So instead of hardware serial or emulated or whatever, we can use a socket server where, and as far as who starts it, who initiates it, I think it makes the most sense for the plugin to initiate it, because that way when the Minecraft server spawns, it can spawn the socket server as well inside the plugin. That way then you're ready to just run this script, which will connect to the socket server and be sending messages back and forth with it to make stuff happen. And so it makes way more sense for this code to not initiate it. It makes way more sense for the plugin to initiate it. That way the server running is kind of the first thing that happens, which is already the first thing that happens. So that makes way more sense. So we just need to we need to spawn a new server inside in here, but I don't know if this is blocking. This is probably blocking, honestly. Like, we're going to call server.start, and it is never going to return. If we had a print statement after this, we would never see it. That's my hypothesis. Which is not really what we want, because we need that code to continue. We want a socket server that's going to be in the background. We want a threaded socket server. Really what I want is like a Java socket server library. Netty or Mina. So Netty I've seen before. Preston is the author of both. It says use Netty. 5 is abandoned, but 4 is the recommended version. Discard server. To implement the discard protocol, the only thing you need to do is ignore all data received. It's pretty sweet. I'm down with that. Yeah, this I think is going to be better. Because these look like... These look like we're getting callbacks. We're getting callbacks whenever a message comes in. And not just... Well, we don't have main or like start, though. Wow. I don't know. Bind, start. Unless there's like a run async or something, honestly, we might be having the same problem. Okay, let's try Netty server non-blocking example. Section to Netty. Ooh, that's very convenient. Wrong IDE. Wait, no, where's the... Wait, no, this is the wrong... Did I do this window? I guess I did. I think I did with this window, actually. I didn't mean to. Not happy with this. Vulnerable. Safe version is 4186. That's fair. Let's do that. Thanks for the heads up. Don't want to be running no insecure servers inside of here. That is a bit weird. I don't know. I guess I don't know how affiliated this site is with Netty. Playing decoder? Down handler? I mean, it's unclear to me whether it's blocking or not, I guess. I mean, I guess it must be because it doesn't just finish. It's creating client handler. How does this? Let's see, currently -1. Okay, that's a good start. Okay, well, so the question, yeah. Supposedly this is basic code though? I don't want to use HTTP if I don't have to, but I guess we could. I don't really want to though. rather just have like socket connection, basically like streaming strings back and forth, basically. Well, I mean, I guess. No, we don't. We don't want an HTTP server because we want the server to be able to. We want the server to be able to initiate messages. Because, so like in this example, we're sending data into the server always. We're setting the value of the pin to the opposite. So we're basically going to be telling the server to spawn or despawn the torch. We're always sending data in with this one, but as soon as we want to do direction input, we need the server to send us updates, which also gets at a weird part. We're going to have like some background thread listening for those somehow. Let's cross that bridge when we get to it, but I want to figure out the first part of it even before, because we need to start building the bridge if we ever hope to build the second half of it and eventually cross it. Yeah, I was hoping for just a socket server, just a regular socket server. Java socket server non-blocking example. Blocking sockets. Asynchronous server. Neo. We saw Neo somewhere else. This looks pretty promising. Yeah. Is that a library NeoSocket? Do we need a different thing? We should go back and delete Netty. I don't think I'm actually going to use Netty. I think this is HTTP server. I don't really want to do HTTP layer. Blocking echo server, okay. That creates a, and it's using, it is Neo. Does this have a POM? Or is this Gradle? Or is it something entirely different, new and exciting? Gradle or anything. Okay. Need to figure out how do you include Neo, NIO, Neo socket, I guess. Should we be aiming for Neo 2? Only has socket server, there's no asynchronous. It is asynchronous though, we can tell because of this stuff here. Doesn't have a 2 here anyway, so it looks like the same library. We could try to diff it, I guess, but I'll start with this one. So we need Java, and maybe it's not a library though. Java.neo, does that just exist? Maybe this stuff just exists. If we took this server, Is this one an echo server? Yeah. So it would be nice to have this in its own thing, I think. I don't know if we'll be able to. What was that? Oh, that was something in here, I guess. I have no idea what, but it sounded weird. Seems like actually this stuff does import. So Neo, I guess that's part of Java then. That one's red, but we still have some things here. Maybe some more of this fixed. Cool. Okay, so we have Echo Server. Hello, I'm an Echo Server. Have a conversation, and then it goes into a while through basically to read, it looks like. And whenever a message comes in, it's going to send back the same message, and it's going to try to run on port 5000. Cool. Sounds good. So let's try in here in the plugin in the on enable. Let's put the code that's here. We don't need the sleep. So it's actually just created. That's nice. Maybe we want to have, I don't know, a variable. Do we want to maybe go server serial server? Not really serial anymore, is it? Socket server, let's call it. Don't create it yet. We create it in here. Socket server equals new echo server. And theoretically, that's just running. That's what it looks like from this code. They have a sleep to basically wait for 60 seconds and then stop so that it ends eventually, but ours is just going to run as long as Minecraft is running. There's no server.stop or anything, so I guess there's no cleanup, hopefully, that you're supposed to do, theoretically, fingers crossed. If that's gonna work, then I guess it's gonna work like that. So let's do this. Build success. This one's probably on the dicier side of the reload, but I mean, no harm in trying, I guess. Is it reload complete? We didn't add any other prints or anything, so only way to know really would be to try to connect to port 5000. So can we get some like Python socket connect example? Ooh. I don't know what happened here, but a lot of this is not Python. White space. I mean, delete it then. Why? I told you to format it. Alt Shift L. That's too many things on it. I don't even know how I can press all those things. I mean, I already did that, I think, right? It's not going to fix it. I'm not going to go through and fix all of them. So maybe I am. I really would prefer not so many yellows. Feels pretty silly though. Okay, that's gonna connect. Our port we know is 5000. It's gonna be that's not what we want. You know what? This is the Python version of the same code, basically. This is like making the server, but that's not what we want. We actually want to connect to the running server, so I'm going to do this. Bucket binded, put it into listening while true. But that, yeah, no, that we don't want to do actually, though, right? This is not, yeah, see, this is server. This client? Yeah, you want client. Oh my. You want client. We're connecting to port 5000. We're not connecting to Google. We're connecting to localhost. It's hopefully running from the Java code inside there on port 5000. Connect, and it says error, or it says connected. Where's the one that sent a message? I thought one sent a message. Receive from the server. Close the connection. Does our server send immediately when you join? No, so it says, oh, it does actually. Yeah. Okay. So we want to receive, I don't know how many bytes. We'll just try that, I guess, and see what it does. Yeah, let's do that. So we connect, successfully connect. We receive, we print whatever we received, and then we want to send. And then we can close after that, I think. Well, maybe we should receive again, because it's an echo server and it's going to send it back to us if it works. So maybe we receive again, and then we close after that. Okay, fingers crossed. Oh. Okay, halfway. Halfway is pretty good. We got the hello message. So our server's definitely running inside of our plugin. I mean, probably, right? I guess something else could have caused it to do that, but probably not. I think our server's definitely running in there. We connected to it. We got our first message, but then I did something. Oh, you can't do, right, it needs to be bytes. I guess if we just do, boy, I don't know. If we do that, is it bytes now? I don't know how that works exactly. So did we crash the server in there? Nice. No, we did not, and it still works. We sent it. We got our message back. So we can send and receive from our Python code to the server that is inside of our Minecraft plugin. Awesome. I might be taking a break there, I think, actually. I think it's about time for coffee, if my wife is interested in coffee at date time. We'll see. I'm definitely interested in getting up and moving around for a bit. And this feels like a pretty good stopping point because we got a lot accomplished. We got Minecraft running, we got the server, Spigot server running, we got our plugin built. Inside of our plugin, we got an Echo server, and we're connected to our Echo server from the Python code. And so now what we'll do eventually is, I wonder if we can have multiple clients. Is there an easy way for me to like run this twice really fast? Like 2 threads at once? I don't know. I don't know if it matters. I mean, it might matter. It does matter because it will depend on how... It will depend... The answer to where we create this connection depends on the answer to that. If we're allowed to run this twice at the same time, then the place we create the connection can be inside of the constructor for this. Inside of here, we can create like self.socket, whatever, and it can be this connection. And then each digital in-out object you create has its own connection inside there. But if we are not allowed to run 2 or more, n of these at once, if we're not allowed to have more of these than 1, then we need to change it to where we open this connection somewhere else. Maybe inside of this fake board. Maybe board exists as a class, and then board could hold that connection for us. And so when we get, and there could be only 1 if that works. I don't know if that works actually though. But I mean, we're only interested in supporting, so the thing is, I'm not interested, I'm saying run this one twice at the same time, but the truth is I'm not necessarily interested in supporting that part of it. I'm okay if we don't ultimately support running 2 of these code things at the same time. What I definitely do want to support though is multiple pins, right? Right here we're setting up only 1 pin, but for sure I want to be able to do, whatever, right? We want to be able to have multiple pins. And that's where it determines if we open our connection inside this constructor, that means we're opening multiple connections, which is probably the simplest way that the code could work, but I'm not sure it's going to let us do it. And if it doesn't, then I actually do kind of like this thread of this board object that we're already creating here. This could actually open the connection for us in the background. And then whenever we are setting value here, so like our digital in-out here is already getting board.this. Inside of here, we could be, saving off a reference to board.socket connection or whatever. And then inside of value, we could say self.socket connection send. I kind of like that, actually. I think I do actually kind of like that. And so then do we end up creating board as a thing out here, maybe? But then somewhere you will still need to do this, right? Because remember, this is a location inside Minecraft. So somewhere the user still needs to be able to do that. But maybe what we end up with is... Maybe we end up with a function? Can you have dynamic properties? I don't know if it works like that. Maybe there would be like board.register pin or something, right? This doesn't exist in CircuitPython, but maybe we could have something like that exist. And then that would register it for you, which would then make this be valid, which is what we want. And then board if it also held that socket connection inside of it. Yeah, I think I like that idea of board being the thing that holds that, especially if it can't just go inside of here. I think it's worth trying if it can go in here. I think that's probably still the least complex, because we don't need to bother with like opening the connection once and passing it around to everything that wants to use it. But if it doesn't work, which I'm kind of suspecting it won't, if it doesn't, then this is our next option, which I do kind of like. So it's nice to have a good plan B that's something that actually sounds good. Okay. I think we're going to call it quits for now on this, though. I will be back for the deep dive this afternoon. That's at 4. Well, it's at 4 p.m. my time, which is central. It's 4 hours from now. But we will be, of course, over on the Adafruit channel for that. We will not be working on this. This is not really directly CircuitPython. This is kind of like a project I want to just work on. So we won't be doing that for deep dive. I got something else in mind. But I will be back. If you want to see some CircuitPython stuff, then I would encourage you to come hang out then. I'll be back tomorrow morning, and tomorrow morning I might actually work on this. We'll see. I'm not going to commit to it 100% right now, but I'm kind of excited about this. So even though it's not CircuitPython directly, in the morning on my own stream, I may pick up back on this, but we'll see. That's what I got for now. Thanks for hanging out, folks. Hope you all have a nice day. If you do happen to come back for deep dive, then I'll see you later on then. Otherwise, I'll see you later, and thanks again for hanging out.